In 2011, YouTube and Twitch launched their own streaming platforms, and within the past 12 years, I have spent time as a streamer on both, and recently I celebrated my 1-year anniversary of streaming on YouTube full time. So today, I want to share with you the good, the bad, and the ugly of both Twitch, and most importantly, YouTube. So first off, I really want to talk about the good of Twitch because I think there's a lot of great qualities when it comes to Twitch. When you think of somebody streaming, what's the first platform that you think of? Twitch. It is by far the biggest streaming platform out there right now. I saw an image last year, right before I moved over to YouTube, where I saw that Twitch holds 90% of the competitive streaming market. 90%. This is both an accumulation and average of average watch time and like viewership, and then also the active users per month or year, however that was calculated. 90% is a lot of shares. Now, mind you, Kick hadn't been really fully developed, and there'd been a few people streaming on it at the time. But then in addition to that, YouTube was still getting people over. And I think both platforms, Kick and YouTube, have kind of disrupted themselves into that market, which is good. That's completely fine, right? Now, when it comes to that, I think there's a reason for Twitch's competitive impact. Now, competitive impact doesn't really mean much, but there's one and maybe a few things that I think Twitch is superior at than YouTube. And one of those things being culture. When it comes to the culture of donating bits, hype trains, channel all times, customizing your username in chat, that is culture. The certain emotes that you can spam in chat at certain times is amazing. YouTube really doesn't have that, unfortunately. YouTube is like unseasoned chicken. You just decided to cook it and thought it was okay. To YouTube's dismay, there are also other live streams on YouTube. There's news, post-fight press conferences, there's football and soccer games and commencement ceremonies. And not only that, they have like channel points that you could get by watching your favorite streamer and then using those to influence what happens in the stream. That to me is amazing because we've tried implementing that into the YouTube chat and I've had to go through like a third party to do that. Just add it into the chat, please. Now, the other thing that I think is superior to Twitch than YouTube is moderation. Now, it's not overall moderation from Twitch, but being a mod in somebody's chat is very streamlined compared to YouTube. YouTube, you see like 5 different options when you tap on somebody's name or message. You can make them a moderator, you could delete their message, you could time them out, you could ban them. So what do I do? There's just so much. You could even go to their channel. When it comes to Twitch, there's 3 little icons: delete, timeout, and ban. Super simple. And you can unban them, whereas YouTube, you can't. It's really unfortunate because if somebody gets banned in your chat, they can't chat. They can't comment. They can't do anything. They're banned from your channel forever. And there's no ban request like there is on Twitch. The moderation, especially the view of moderating on Twitch, is far superior. The chat is far superior on Twitch than it is YouTube. But there's still some good things that I think YouTube has that are even further superior. Further superior? Does that make sense? Further superior than Twitch. YouTube's encoding power is quite ridiculous. Encoding power is like streaming onto OBS, and that goes into the ether of the world, and then it comes down onto your screens, right? On Twitch, every single tutorial when it comes to like setting up like a 1080 stream, they always tell you to downscale from 1080 to 720p all the time. Every tutorial out there will tell you that. Even if you have like a good enough internet, Twitch can't hold 1080 for the 90% of competitive market shares. Yes, I said competitive market shares again. And unfortunately, it just doesn't hold up for Twitch's end. But when you encode to YouTube, it's 1080. I've seen streams in 1440p. My eyes have never been clearer. Live streaming to YouTube live. That is nuts. And luckily, the quality stays when you download live streams. Even though it's a pain to download a live stream, it still holds up. Now, I think another thing that I personally think is good about YouTube is that like you could just upload a thumbnail and at least make your stream look a little more appealing to people, especially because YouTube videos then turn into VODs and you don't want just like a random screenshot being your thumbnail for your video or for your live stream. And another great thing that I love about YouTube is their monetization / partnership program. Now, I will say, I think YouTube has the far superior partner program. However, I think Twitch makes it a lot more accessible to actually get monetized. Now, it makes sense because YouTube also has a million other creators on their platform actually earning money. So the level of entry is a little higher. However, I do think it is far superior than Twitch in the long run. Now, for those that don't know, YouTube implemented some new monetization ways, at least for live streamers or shorts creators. So they added this one thing, which I don't know what it's called. However, if you hit 500 subscribers, 3 uploads within the last 90 days, and then some other qualifications of shorts views and public watch hours, you could actually apply to get super chats. You can open up your shop, and you could also, I believe, have memberships, if I'm not wrong. Oh yeah, there it is. It's right there. But then, in addition to that, the normal YouTube partner program, you get watch page ads on your videos and your shorts, which is a lot more because now you're earning more of a CPM and an RPM from YouTube. However, the barrier to entry on Twitch over here is pretty easy. Like I said, you need to reach 50 followers, 5 people chatting, you know, that's like building a community. And then you also need to stream for 8 hours, stream on 7 different days, and average 3 viewers, right? Now, when it comes to it, they make this thing so easy for people to reach. The unfortunate part is since everyone can probably reach it if you put just a little work in, it really does nothing. And unfortunately, even worse is the path to partner is streaming 25 hours, stream on 12 different days, average 75 views. That's pretty great. That's pretty fun. But what's the difference? The harsh truth is there is none. There's no difference between your affiliate contract and your partner contract. It is literally like upgrading from a diamond hoe to a netherite hoe. Another great thing that I love about YouTube is that you could actually schedule a stream and actually test it before you go live. It's not a feature that like I'm going to use every time. It's just like a nice feature to have at your disposal in case you need it. Now come here real close, okay? Come here real close. When it comes to Twitch, there's some pretty bad stuff, okay? One thing that I really dislike about Twitch is that when you go to a live stream, you can't rewind. You just can't. Somebody's been live for 6.5 hours. You want to go back to the beginning and maybe just like watch? No, you have to wait. You have to wait until that live stream's over or they post it somewhere to even watch it again. Whereas YouTube, you can just rewind whenever. You can go back 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 2 seconds, whatever, right? And even when you pause, it keeps you right there. It doesn't just jump you back in like Twitch does. Speaking of like rules and whatnot, Twitch implemented this really weird rule, which this article says Twitch's new ad rule could hurt streamers, charities, and brands, which I would agree. It went into effect in early June. And what it is, basically they added limitations onto your branded streams. Now, this guy, Zach, talked about it. He said on July 1st, Twitch's on-stream brand / logo overlays are limited to 3% of your screen. Plan accordingly. This is what the maximum size looks. This is 3% of a 1080 stream, and it's not a whole lot. Just look at this. That's it. Now, unfortunately, they've also added you can't have burned in video ads, so you can't just like play something and be like, hey, I'm going to be right back. You can't do that. You can't have even a big banner that displays what brand you're being sponsored by. You also can't have burn-in audio ads, which I've never really seen, but you can't be like, hey, click that button. Here's my brand new, like, blah, 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 download now, boom, boom, you know, whatnot. You can't have that. However, what doesn't make any sense is that you can have an ad in your panels down below. You could also showcase the product behind you like I'm doing Sal every single day. You could also have links in the chat, which I guess would make sense. You can discuss, endorse, and unbox it, which is fine. And then you could also play a sponsored game, which is also fine. Like, why even have the limiting ad space here if you could just put it in the panels? It's an awful decision, and it stinks. And you know what else that stinks? Twitch Turbo. Twitch Turbo is just another additional payment that you could add onto your username or to your channel for you, just you, not to see any ads. That's it. That's it. You pay an additional fee per month to just not see ads. I wonder where they got that idea from. YouTube. What's the bad thing about YouTube, right? So rating streamers on YouTube is like by far the hardest thing ever. So I want to take you through this short process here of what it's like to raid streamers. Okay, so I'm going to manage a stream here. I'm just going to do what my 1 year streaming of YouTube, right? I'm going to reuse the settings and I'm going to go over here into monetization, make sure things are good, customize. So this is how you redirect to people. Redirect allows you to keep viewers engaged across multiple events, add a live stream or premiere for people to watch after yours ends. So you have to add this beforehand. Now, let me just add, I don't know, I'm going to just add this video, right? Just add that live stream so people can watch it, right? They've moved the rating system like 8 different times. So I could go down here and it used to be here. It's no longer there. So I go into here, I click edit, I go into customize and it's right here. And apparently I'm supposed to like, I can change this over time. So I could go do Ludwig or Valkyrie or Fusli, right? Like just some streamers out there in the ether, right? And like raid them. But then also those streamers need to have you turned on for some odd reason and make sure that that's okay with them. So you're just not getting raided by random people all the time. So that just sucks. And it's just super complicated. It makes no sense. And personally, I don't understand why it's a thing in the first place of making it so hard. Like, I get that YouTube is all like, oh, we want to make sure our creators are protected and safe. Like, I get that. But maybe give them the option to not do that instead of turning it off for everyone. It's just a really roundabout way that makes no sense. And there's more. When it comes to clipping, this is what a clip looks like. So this is a clip of me not cooking. Now, this clip comes from like a live stream, right? Now, let's say I want to download this clip. Like, that'd be super cool. Like, I just want to be able to download this clip. Oh, there's me not cooking, right? I want to download this clip. I can't. I could share it. I could report it. But then when I click out of it, immediately, right back into the live stream, which I guess is great if you have clips that go viral and whatnot. But unfortunately, this isn't the way that I would have wanted it to be. And I wish there was a better way of doing it. Clipping is atrocious on here. Twitch clips are super easy. They go into your discovery. You have the clips that you've clipped and the clips of your channel, which are great. You could download either or, and it's easy. There's a few things that I personally have an irk with. Now, we did a 24-hour live stream, and if you've watched that video on this channel talking about like the 24-hour live stream problem, you would know that like the live stream just isn't playable. Like, it's not on the channel. Maybe it is. I actually don't know. Regardless, I made a video talking about it, and I've come to the knowledge of live streams are capped at 12 hours. 12 hours. Anything over, you can't play the video. 13 hours, can't play it. Don't get it. Like, they have YouTube videos that are 24 hours, which I guess, like, if you put a limit over 24 hours, I can see. Twitch, I was able to stream for, like, 25 hours. I can download that thing. Nope, not on YouTube. And another thing that I really dislike is their copyright music. When it comes to Twitch copyright music, they just mute that part of your VOD, which is completely fine. I get it. But they don't take any ad revenue from you. YouTube has added some different methods of doing that where you share revenue, but they don't tell you what revenue you share. They don't tell you. And in addition to that is every single time that I would go live, like recently, before I just, changed up a few things, there was this one little segment. It was like maybe a minute, maybe not even a minute, like 30 seconds. It was so annoying because every single time that I would live stream, it would immediately get copyrighted and I'd have no way of making money on that live stream. So then what I would have to do every single live stream, I'd have to go in and mute that little 35-second segment of the stream. And unfortunately, it gets claimed every single time. It's just a fraction. Like, it could be like the last 30 seconds of your live stream. Oh, round them up, baby. Round them up. Whoo! There's a few things in here that I think are very, very ugly about Twitch. I hope what I'm about to say won't get me in trouble, because this is how I genuinely feel about both platforms. Again, they have their goods, they have their okays that I think that they can improve on, but they have a lot of ugly things that I, as a creator, see, and unfortunately, maybe a lot of the viewers don't see. Now, one thing that I think is very ugly about Twitch is that I think that they treat their creators, as pawns. We are disposable. If they cared about all these streamers moving over to another platform, they would do their damnedest to try and keep them, right? Just like in any sport, you have a star quarterback, you're going to give him the money that he thinks he deserves and maybe meet in the middle. They're just like, oh, cool. Thank you so much for streaming on our platform. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for your business. Don't use any Prime subs though, because we lose money every single time you use them. Whether that's streamers walking away, whether that's banning streamers. Like, get this. They have no consistent ruling on thousands of different cases on Twitch. Somebody accidentally titty slips, they're banned. But they're not going to permanently ban somebody who says he likes minors and touches kids? What? I think somebody who even says that is far worse than somebody who accidentally has like a titty slip, or in Speed's case, a dick slip. And yet, they'll ban him, he will appeal it, and it's like, oh, in our good graces. Thank you so much. Like, you know what? We think you've changed. What? How does that make any sense? In addition to that, Amazon ownership. Now, like I said, when Prime subs go through, Amazon and Twitch lose money, right? But the unfortunate part is everyone hates ads on Twitch. My homies hate ads on Twitch. You get like a split second of the stream and they're like, oh, you need to unlock that with an ad. A 30-second unskippable ad. You know what? Maybe we'll make it 2 ads. We'll make it 2. And they're just like, thank you so much. Here's the live stream now. Here's the live stream. Here you go. Thank you. That's what Twitch does. And unfortunately, when ads roll every periodically, it's worse. It's 3 ads. It's 4 ads. I've had 6 ads, my guy. 6 ads. I'm not watching Amazon Prime Video. I'm not watching Hulu. And unfortunately, in addition to that, they've added what seemed to be about a little less than a year ago, where you could set the amount of ads for the length of time over the course of an hour. So you can set how many ads would play within those hours. So it could be 3 minutes every hour. It could be 8 minutes every hour. 8 minutes every hour? Brother. That's a lot, but they would incentivize you because you would get a large sum of money. That's like $2,000. I'm like, damn, that's a lot of money, but I could make up that if you split your revenue shares. That's okay, but I'll do this. We'll do this for a month. Like, hey, Nationers, it's okay. Like, I hope you guys understand. I hope this will benefit us all, even though we might have to suffer for a little bit, right? That's just life. You got to suffer a little bit for a little bit of success, right? They then lowered the money that you would get. So they made this super shiny thing. It was like they just boosted AMC and GameStop stock. That's it. They just boosted it to the moon. And then slowly it started to trickle down and balance out a little bit more. And unfortunately, now that people are accustomed to the amount of ads that they see every hour for your viewership, people might try and continue to do it, but because it's kind of nice money, it's extra money, but every burden then falls to the viewer. And unfortunately, that sucks. And so with that, I want to talk about the gamification of Twitch. Any viewer that doesn't actually stream, you guys may have not ever seen this platform. So I showed this a little bit earlier where you hit the beginning, you build a community, you hit affiliate, and then eventually if you stream like over a few months or a year, you'll hit partner. Yay! That's so awesome, right? No. It sucks. It actually sucks. In addition to that, they have different things down here where, you stream for a total of certain hours or 500 hours, or you average 10 viewers over the last 30 days, which is great. You stream for certain amounts of hours, you've reached these followers. Like, those are great. Those are like nice little achievements. But when you get into the bigger achievements, this is what I call the gamification of Twitch. So they have one called Raid Party, where you raid 100 times with 2 or more raiders. I've done that 32 times. I haven't even done that 100. 100's a lot. That's 100 streams that you have to be raiding people. And this is something that's over time, because it's like, oh, like after a stream, I'll just raid somebody and I'll get that one little tick. Now we're at 90. Now we're at 95. Now we're at 100. That's crazy. I've been streaming on Twitch for 5 years and I've raided 32 times on this account. 32 times. They want you to raid so you to hit this achievement. And unfortunately, they've also add 5 channels to your suggested channels list. So then you could build a little community, which I guess is great. But what about if you don't stream with anyone? What about if you don't know anyone? I can't get that achievement. I'd have to, I have to find out. They want to keep you interwoven, so it feels harder for you to leave. And unfortunately, this also comes with watch hours. I've had 18.1K watch hours out of the 250,000 that apparently I'm supposed to have totally watched on my channel. And then also, this is the scummiest thing ever. The scummiest thing ever. Purchase a TwitchCon ticket. That's just a TwitchCon ticket. You also have to probably fly to that area. You also have to book a hotel for an extended period of time. That's also food and different things that you're going to cost. Maybe that's an Uber. But just to get this achievement, they want you to go to TwitchCon. They want you to go to TwitchCon. They want you to go. This is what I call the gamification of Twitch. That's the ugly side of Twitch. And I hope that as a viewer, you guys can see what that looks like for us as creators, because they just want us to continue to ingrain ourselves. So it feels harder to either leave or we just feel a little bit more involved. Now, I want to share with you guys something that I think is pretty bad about YouTube live streaming. Now, YouTube in general probably has one of the best algorithms, similar to like even TikTok nowadays, where it's going to serve you like certain niches that you like, whether that's space, whether that's ergonomics, whether that's like architecture, things of that nature, right? Now, when it comes to Twitch, they do have at least a recommended for you, but I want to share with you guys how many viewers on here have 0 viewers. Just out of this first 18 people, 150, 120, 18, 100, 630, 150, no zeros, no zeros. What happens to the people with 2 viewers and 3 viewers? How are they going to get recommended? 4 viewers. I had to scroll a little bit for it, but it's there. Yeah, it's great if you already have like a handful of people watching you, which is great. YouTube, where are we at, baby? Little baby denies wanting Chrissy Sean. Rock. Babby Alof laughing at us. Dr. Disrespect, that's great. Lo-Fi Hip Hop Radio, which is live like all the time. Tim the Tap Man. You got H3 Podcast. Those are cool. Recent live streams, I guess. Some news, some international stuff, some more news, some gaming, some sports. I can't scroll anymore. Now, I will say that when it comes to live discovery on YouTube, there is also like a suggested content that you can get, but you have to already kind of be within that content. Or if I look up like Minecraft Hypixel, like that's something that I could find. And then I could also go to lives and see who's live right now and see all the people that are live on Hypixel. There's nobody live on Hypixel Skyblock right now. There's not one person on Minecraft Hypixel. YouTube discoverability for live streams is pretty poor. You have to either already know the person or somehow magically find them within your recommended. Now, one thing that I am really irked by when it comes to YouTube is their YouTube API. Now, understandably, YouTube's API is designed for videos. It's not designed for live stream chatting first. Now, I don't know what that exactly looks like on the back end, but with Twitch's integration in like every single viewer interactive game, games on stream, marbles, GeoGuessr, chaos mods on multiple different games, YouTube's API is non-existent. It just is. I can't play marbles. I can't play any chaos mods unless I have to go to like Google services or I have to do it through Discord. It sucks because then it limits the amount of games that you could actually do with your viewers. Now, yes, there are roundabout ways, but I shouldn't have to go through a roundabout way to play a game with my viewers. I think YouTube has a lot of amazing things that Twitch doesn't, but also Twitch has a lot of amazing things that YouTube doesn't even have. And unfortunately, if you want to stream on one or the other, unfortunately, it's a little complicated because as of right now, Twitch doesn't have the best track record, but YouTube has potential to be the best streaming platform on the internet. That's my spiel about the difference between YouTube and on Twitch. I hope you guys found some insight from that. If you guys haven't hit that subscribe button already, join the realist community on the internet by doing so. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. 07. Peace.